the Alaska cruise port that isn't actually in Alaska. Welcome to Prince Rupert in British Columbia. In this video, I'm sharing with you the helpful things to know before you get off of your Virgin Voyages cruise ship. And then what are the things immediately at port and helpful things to know? And then let's go on an adventures actually together around some of the top things to do so that you can see what's available. And then you're about to travel to Prince Rupert. So let's talk about some fun facts about traveling here coming up. And if you're new here, ahoy, I'm Christine Lozada. I was here twice at port while on Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady's first Alaska sailings. I can't wait to share with you helpful things to know, but I want you to book your cruise with us. Even if you've already booked, be a smart traveler. It's literally an email, a text message, a phone call, or filling out the form to just make sure you are being a smart traveler. Let's dive in with the first things to know, which is before you get off the cruise ship. There are two things to know. The first one is that Prince Rupert is, right, it's not Alaska, it's Canada. But for Virgin Voyages, you need your wearable, your band, and you also need your ID. It doesn't have to mean your passport. It could mean your just normal driver's license ID card. That's one thing. The second thing to know is that in this area of Canada, Prince Rupert is one of the rainiest places. I got beautiful days while I was at port, but make sure you have your rain gear ready just in case for your day at port. The next helpful thing to know is once you're getting off of the cruise ship, which actually there's an Alaska pack list with tons of other helpful info. It's all in the description. Most people miss it. Get on the email list. You can make sure you don't miss a thing. But it's also helpful to know that as soon as you get off the ship, everything is right there. This is a really great thing about this port. You're literally steps off the ship and you're right in that kind of, I don't want to call it downtown, but heart of downtown. Prince Rupert is not a big place. This isn't a place where you're walking around all day and there's a million things, but right there are a couple things to take a look at. The first one is the container market, and you can't miss it because as soon as you walk off the ship, you'll see locals selling their goods with a little market as soon as you get off. And then as you walk down toward the main kind of water area, you'll find the visitor center. And I actually do recommend you go in. I had such a lovely conversation in there and just discovered things to do. And one of the things I loved, which you'll come on this adventure with me in just a bit, is Ebiking. But here it's a great place to see the maps, talk with the visitor center employees, and learn more about Prince Rupert and the things that are around. The other thing that's right there is the Cow Bay area. And this is a spot where there's just little coffee shops and eateries and shops, etc. But all of that is within an easy walk from the cruise ship. All right, we're about to go on adventure, but one of the things that's in the description is a Google map. And I've put together pins of a lot of the places that either I went to, other sailors that I got to hang out with, they went to, or just things that came highly recommended to me. So that's in the description. But let's talk about some of the top things to do as well as the things that I did while I was at port. And let's go live into Prince Rupert. Here's one thing I want to share with you about Prince Rupert. It's this once in a lifetime adventure of doing the Grizzly Bear Expedition. And I'm sitting right now outside of the one tour operator that does this tour. Why is there only one? It's because they have a special permit, and without it, no one else can take tourists to this area. And so one thing that's helpful to know is that only 100 people can go at a time. What's unique about being at port today in Prince Rupert is that Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady is here, but so is one other cruise ship. So it's 50-50. 50 of the passengers with Virgin were able to do it and 50 with the other cruise ship. Next week, when I'm on the back-to-back, all 100 are just going to Virgin Voyages, but it's still sold out. It's why, top tip, one, if there's something you really want to do, booking your shore excursions early and in advance is important. You actually can't walk in and book this tour. You have to book it through the cruise ship. And also, this is a risky one, right? We're at port from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today with an all aboard of 5:30 for Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady. But this tour is a 7-hour tour. It means today, right, we are supposed to dock at 10, everyone's off at 10. People weren't actually getting off until around 10:25. If you're going with a different tour operator to do something else, right, you run that risk of both being late going out there as well as being late coming back. So it's just one thing to be aware of. And so the Grizzly Bear Adventure, if this is something you want to do, it's one you have to book through your shore excursions, shore things. The other thing is that depending on the time of year, this operator is bringing people to see grizzly bears, but it's during a season, so it's not year-round. And at some point they will switch over to just whale watching. So depending on when you're coming to Prince Rupert, it might be bear season and it might not be, but hopefully this was a helpful tip for you. All right, here's something that's been really fun in Prince Rupert. So we went into the visitor center and there is a shore thing to be able to do a guided e-bike tour. But I really wanted to explore on my own. I love riding bikes. And so we grabbed e-bikes. I haven't really been turning on and using the E part of the bike, but it's been a great option for some of the hills because it's not super flat here, but it's not super hilly either. But renting e-bikes from the visitor center has been fantastic. It's a 2-hour minimum and we paid 170 Canadian, so around $140 for 2 bikes for 2 hours. And we've just been exploring the area. And the lovely lady, Kara, in the visitor center kind of walked us through the map of the different areas to go to. And one thing you can do is go through the town, which is great. Another one is along the waterfront and there's the brewery that's down there. We have an entire Google map of all of these spots. Check it out in the description below. But right now we're at the front of one of the main trails a lot of people go on. You're not allowed to e-bike on the trails, but a lot of people will hike over here. It's about a 15-minute walk if you walk from the cruise port, and then you can go and do this trail, which I think takes about an hour or so. It's an out and back, and you're kind of through the trees and along the water. There's been a lot of like kind of cool little eateries along the way. There's one that's right over here, Bob's on the Rocks, which also, the actual trail starts over there. Use the Google map. Don't trust me, go through the woods. Oh, that seems like a great option too. Sounds like it's an adventure. But we have just been riding around these e-bikes, getting some great views, and it's been super fun. All right, let's talk about 2 other things you should consider, because I'm at one of them right now, and there's a really great view on the other side of the water and the ships, and this is upstairs. This is upstairs at the Wheelhouse Brewing place, brewery center. Check the Google map, it's in the description. Delicious pizza, it's what we're eating right now. They also have appetizers between 3 and 5, Monday through Friday, $12 instead of, or $5 off rather, for the appetizers. I'm having the shrimp cocktail. But coming to this spot is right on the waterfront and is a short, like, depending on how slow you walk, 5 to 10 minute walk from the cruise ship. The other thing that you can consider is taking the trolley. A lot of people do this tour. You have to book it through the cruise ship. They don't have it available to be booked outside of that. And it takes you on a 90-minute guided tour. While we were riding our e-bikes around, we saw the trolleys stopping a ton and going to all the same spots that we went to. But that's also another great option of something to check out. I will say overall, Prince Rupert is a spot where you should come on a tour. It's not really one where it's like, oh yeah, let's go spend the whole day walking around the town. For me, it's not really that kind of a place. I'm not saying it's not interesting. There's definitely a couple shops, places to eat at, etc. But it's not really a place to spend an entire day. Go find your adventure here. Check out the list of shore things, etc. And jump into the Facebook group and chat about it with other sailors. We have plenty of people who have done this sailing and probably have opinions on it as well. But Prince Rupert, this is a place to book an excursion. Prince Rupert round 2, and today not only do we have amazing weather, but we have a nice nature walk. We have a lodge in which we got to dine, and we did something that I actually learned a lot during, which is a cultural tour. Today was a fantastic day, and it's a shore thing that we did with Virgin Voyages. This morning we came off of the cruise, and at around 11 a.m. we got picked up by a bus, and we drove actually pretty far out to a nature trail where we got to see a performance and then just learn a lot about the plants and just the area that we were in. Such a beautiful place. One thing I wish I had was bug spray, but I will say it was absolutely gorgeous in this area. And it's not salmon season yet, but we walked out to a river area where salmon are usually spawning. And then afterwards, we took a short drive over to the lodge that we're at right now. And it's a gorgeous day. We got to sit outside, and not only did we watch, but we also participated in a cultural dance in which we had drums, we had a whole family out here from their tribe, and they taught us all about their culture while singing, dancing, and performing for us. And then it was time to eat. And so we had options for different kinds of lunches that we could have, and they prepared us a lunch in which we dined in the lodge and got to have, I chose the salmon and quinoa, Scott had the pork bun, but a really delicious lunch, eating some of the things that they normally eat in this area. And not only that, we got to have a little sampler tray in which we got to try some of the seasonal food items that they have in this area. This entire tour ended up being around 4 hours long between the short trail hike that we did, which is accessible by anyone. It wasn't super strenuous. And then we came to the lodge and we got to do the cultural dance and the lunch, which was fantastic. And now we're headed back onto the bus to get back to the port. And the drive that's out here is actually really gorgeous. And on the way over here, we got to see wild goats on the mountainside. And hopefully this time we're gonna see a bear on the way back. It was kind of a lot of different kinds of activities in Prince Rupert, but that bear one, that's one that a lot of people have magical experiences on. So if that's one that you are considering, make sure you are booking that well in advance. But if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing, and book your cruise with us. Even if you're already booked, make sure you're being a smart traveler. And the other thing is, we're all a community. Add a comment below with something that you're considering doing, or when you're sailing. I would love to know. And let's finish off with some fun facts about Prince Rupert, because there's a few fun things that I learned. The first one is why Prince Rupert actually exists. It's the closest North American port to Asia, so that's why this area even exists in the first place. The second one is that the founder of Prince Rupert, he died on the Titanic. That's kind of interesting. The third one is that the name Prince Rupert came from a contest. There were 12,000 entries in 1906, and the winner got $250 for naming Prince Rupert, which, book your sailing with us, make sure you're getting some sailor loot. And the last fun fact is that this is actually the largest concentration of humpback whales in North America. It's like the humpback whale capital. Make sure you're looking out to sea, and maybe you'll see a humpback whale. I'm Christine Lozada. Book your cruise with us. This video is part of an entire series. There are so many other port vlogs and helpful tips. It's all in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.